Well, how you doing, Mr. DJ? Back again. Gonna play another Lost 45 from Billboard's Hot 100, the week of February the 24th, 1962. Ooh, boy, I got some blues to play for you. Mr. DJ's gonna play the blues for you. Let's check out the lower rungs of the Billboard's Hot 100 that week. Back in February 24th, 1962. At number 100, Dear One by Larry Finnegan. That was a pretty big hit. And there was Popeye Joe by Ernie K. Doe at number 99. Number 98, The Ballad of Thunder Road by Robert Mitchum. And at number 97, this will only get as high as number 93. It was on the charts for about 5 weeks. Aw Shucks, Hush Your Mouth by Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed never had a huge hit. I mean, not a real big pop hit, but he influenced a lot of people, but I'll get into that in just a minute. His specialty was a lot of blues people played the acoustic guitar, but Jimmy Reed played the electric guitar, and he influenced a lot of people like Billy Gibbons of CC Top, Eric Clapton, Elvis, Rolling Stones. Gosh, dog, big influence on Mick Jagger, Jimmy Reed. And from Mississippi, born in Mississippi back in 1924-25, he was drafted into the Navy in 1943, but when he was discharged, he moved back to Mississippi. He married his girlfriend. Her name was Mary Mama Reed, and she would appear on some of his singles, some of his big singles like Big Boss Man and Brought Big Lights, Big City. She sang with him on these records. And Jimmy Reed had an alcohol problem, and sometimes he'd forget the lyrics to his songs when he was recording. His wife helped him out on that. Moving ahead of myself, after he moved to Mississippi, got married to Mama Reed, and he moved to Gary, Indiana, where he worked at a meat packing plant. Got a deal. Well, here's the deal. This is inexplicable. I don't understand this. He didn't get a deal with Chess Records. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I mean, we're talking Chess Records, a big blues R&B label in Chicago. He would have been a perfect fit for Chess Records. Chess Records, Chuck Berry, B.B. King. But Jimmy Reed did get a deal with VJ Records, which I believe was also based in Chicago. VJ Records, his first he had his first hit record off of VJ Records, and excuse me. Here's the thing about Jimmy Reed, and I'm bouncing all over the place about him. This is sort of a stream of consciousness video. He developed epilepsy in 1957. Jimmy Reed did. He had a lot of problems. Epilepsy in 1957, but it was misdiagnosed. It was misdiagnosed as delirium tremens, and he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991. He deserved it. Bright Lights, well, Big Lights, Big City, one of his big ones. Not real big on the pop charts, but one of his best-known records, particularly among the blues aficionados. And there was Big Boss Man. Yeah, Jimmy Reed knocking it out. That was back in 1960. Big Boss Man was co-written by a guy named Luther Dixon. Luther Dixon produced the Shirelles back in the early 60s. Luther Dixon also wrote some of their hit records like Baby It's You back in 1961-62. Luther Dixon also co-wrote the song 16 Candles, which was a huge record by the Crest. And Big Boss Man, later covered by the king himself, Elvis. Later on in the 60s, Mama Reed sang on this record along with her husband, Jimmy Reed. And that's it. Covered all my bases, I believe, on this record. Number 93 on Billboard's Hot 100. I guess this would be another bomb, but it is, if you're into the blues, it doesn't matter how high this song got on the charts. It's a classic. Jimmy Reed from 1962.